Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot and welcome to our next brand new park build here in Jurassic World Evolution. We're going to get back to Isla Sorna a little bit down the line, but our last park build was in 1993, so this one we're going to go back to Jurassic World and indeed Sanctuary. And this is going to be our very first modded park build. It makes a lot of sense. We've been doing a lot of mod spotlights, there's some amazing stuff out there, and it'd be nice to highlight and look at some modded stuff and integrate it into our parks without it necessarily having to warrant a mod spotlight. So, we're going to make hopefully a pretty cool looking park. We have no limitations. A little bit, I kind of want to lean in the idea again of this being like an in-gen research facility, testing out all these unknown dinosaurs and unknown skins before they're ready for the public. Stuff that wasn't on in-gen's list originally. I think that's a pretty cool angle to take. We're using one mod right off the bat. I'm going to try this out. It looks a bit finicky now, but it will look a lot cooler when we get to building. This is the environmental Madagascar rework thingamajiggy that I actually highlighted just last night. It's really, really, really good. We'll have to see what that looks like a little bit further on into the video. We're going to set up... So, I am using a mod today. We're going to use T.rex Chaos Effect by... Give me a minute. Indoraptor prototype, and basically this is going to rejig the 1993 T-Rex to give it a Chaos Effect skin. Chaos Effect was of course the Jurassic Park line of toys by, I believe, by Kenner. So let's just get started here. Let's just build our bloody park. It's been a while since we just built like a normal ass park basically. So bam, there we go, entrance walkway, exciting. And it is, okay, it's in-gen, but it is going to be open to the public. It's kind of like when you sign up to be a beta tester on Steam, you know? That's kind of the angle we're going for here. So we've signed up, you're a beta tester, you have to come into the park, you have to risk being eaten alive by all these terrifying dinosaurs, but you get to see the dinosaurs early, so, you know, 6 of one, half dozen the other, really. I like the idea. I'm going to just try this. I'm going to put this in that corner. I like the idea of you walking in, having a series of shops and the whole entertainment area on this right hand side, and then on the left having a dinosaur, having a T-Rex right at the start. That really signals what the park is all about, you know? Can we go chunky path without it looking silly? Yeah, we got chunky path. You know, that T-Rex is right there at the start of the park. That means... you know, what's the rest of the park going to contain? You know, we're seeing a T-Rex within the first 2 minutes. What else is going to be here, Jimmy? And Jimmy's like, I don't know, Dad. I don't know who Jimmy is in this scenario, but roll with me. Because it is a testing facility of sorts, tell you what, we're actually going to change that. And we're going to use like a staff path system, kind of like they do in Planet Zoo. So, although the game won't recognize it, we're going to use sort of oranges, or the fancy path for our guests, and then staff pathing is going to be done in the grey, and we're going to try to stick to hard angles just because it is a research facility. You would expect it to be, you know, fairly controlled in design, I think. So I'm going to start like that right away. Bam, little weird angled exhibit there. That'd be pretty funky little shape. Right, so all we want to do is ramp up the incubation speed. We're going to pop out a couple of these. There's another couple of things I want to do, actually. Let's hop into our sandbox settings. We're going to turn the weather on. I'm tempted to go for at least light storms. I'm tempted to go for heavy. I think we'll stick with light for now, but I am tempted. I like the idea of it maybe the park being a little bit nuts, though, you know? Like having to deal with these real problems like a real park. Not failed incubations or disease, because they're both boring. Lifespan's also boring. Dinosaur escapes I'm going to turn on. We're going to put normal. We're going to put social requirements off. Population requirements off, but habitat requirements on. Combat frequency normal. Yeah, yes, all these things. No, we're basically going to try to use the fun ones that will give a bit of challenge, but not the annoying ones. Like, I want to be able to have 20 dinosaurs in one exhibit without it being a problem, but I also want those dinosaurs to have to live in an enclosure that they would potentially like. I think I'm okay with all that. So this exhibit will have to be big enough to house a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Let's pop a couple of those out. According to Indoraptor's page, this Rex will actually have multiple skins. Now we've got our main one, which is going to be based on the Chaos Effect thingamajiggy, but hopefully the alternate patterns are pretty cool as well. Now what we can do... Huh, what's going on here? Confused. Why has my raptor changed? What we can do is maybe pop out a few of them, and kind of say, you know, we're testing this out for in-gen, and we're testing out the reaction to them from the public. and we can mix and match and change the Rexes about over time, test out all the different skins, and kind of like, you know, showcasing different things. We are a testing facility of sorts. Anywho, let's get some of the basics in. We need, for example, I know I always do this, but it really is the best way to handle Sanctuary. I just want to build my little facility section down here at the bottom. So that means, you know, your ACU and your Ranger just tuck away at the bottom corner where they can't hurt anybody. So ACU at the far back because the helicopter only can fly over anyway. And let's grab ourselves a Ranger station. We're going to put this one more to the... Actually, we'll do that last because I want that more to the front. Now, I am tempted, as little sense as it may make, to get things like, you know, the security center, stuff like that. Make it look like a proper little, sort of, in-gen facility sort of thing. I'm definitely excited to get building on Isla Sorna, or what we're going to pretend is Isla Sorna, but we'll do that. We'll do that down the line. Expedition Center, they're pretty cool as well. I am wondering what I want to do for Isla Sorna as well. I'm not sure. Do we build? Because Isla Sorna, I don't know. I don't think about that. Life is hard and confusing. Okay, so let's go out from there. Lovely stuff. And, you know, this is a corporate workspace. We should have, like, little gardens and such. So let's get some plant life in there, maybe. Lovely little garden. Get some trees. What have we got? No. I want something a little bit poofier. There we go. As much as it's meant to sort of be corporate and hard and angled, it also, you know, this is that kind of very much typical corporate where it's all just grey and concrete, and then people put like a little slab of green in the middle of it to try and make the workers pretend that their lives aren't hell, essentially. Don't know why that's funny, but let's roll with it. I'm going to just, same idea, we're just going to put a bunch of concrete in here. Okay, right, we obviously can't release that yet, so let's go focus. What I actually might do is make this a monorail, because then we can really lock this out from everywhere else in the park, you know? Oh, we need a ranger station. Okay, so we're going to put that there. Get these angles nice and close, love. Oh, no, come on, you cheeky little blighter. There we go. And that will be locked off back at the main entrance of the park, you know? No one's going to get in there. Well, I mean, they definitely will, but we can pretend everyone who comes down here happens to work for the company, essentially. Ranger station now. I want the cars to point out the correct direction, which is actually over that way. I need to sneeze so badly. Oh, excuse me. Bloody Nora. No jokes. Okay. I don't like that. Go out like... Let's just go straight, and then bang in the middle like so. And what we want to do is block all of this off with some concrete. This is not for the public to see. This is only for secret eyes. Usually we'd actually put our hatchery down here. I think what we'll do is just build like a little... Kind of like, you know, when you go to the zoo and they've got a behind-the-scenes little section where you can see the animals being... I just got these new noise-cancelling headphones. I can't hear a bloody thing of my own voice, and it's very disconcerting. You know, where you see, like, the hatcheries and you see the veterinary section and stuff like that. It's kind of like that. We'll have, like, a little hatchery display section where you see the dinosaurs maybe walk across these various stages with water, with trees, with food, to get to the end where they'll then be transported. Kind of like a little test zone for all the new releases. We'll do something like that. For now, we're just going to... I'm just going to stick with what we've got here, but we do have to build a decent size enclosure. Oopsie daisy. I really want to see this Rex. I'm quite excited about it, actually. One of the reasons we are building in Jurassic World is... I think Jurassic World just makes more sense, right? For this kind of thing, you know, for something facility-esque and for something... hard-angled and all that kind of jazz. You want that colder colour. You want the viewing areas, all that kind of malarkey. I want to see the Rex. I want to see the Rex. You reckon that's big enough? I know, I also like the idea of having like a little... We're going to use 3 types of path. We're going to get a cheap path. This is more like... So we're going to curve this one. This is going to be the only curvy path. This is more like the utility roads you would see in Jurassic Park, you know? So that lets staff get around to the hatchery and to control the dinosaur release, but then if people need to get found further... This is not big enough, is it? No, not a chance. We'll work on that. We'll put it in and then we'll see what happens. Just like real life. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Very cool. Alright, we're going to put a gate over there. Again, just the idea being service workers or feeders and stuff, they've got like a little extra route they can take. Like I don't mean this in reality, but how InGen would treat lower class employees. They don't get the nice roads, they get like the lower class ones there. So we're going to designate between 3 different types of employee via these roads. Okay, let's pop out a Rex. Wait, it is right. I'm just going to swap it to daytime, just for the first Rex, right? Because I want to see this in all its glory. Let's have a look. See if this worked. Well, folks, there we have one very brightly coloured Tyrannosaurus Rex. Wow, okay. Now, the exhibit's definitely too small, but not by that much. So we're going to extend that out. I think, again, I want to keep the angular, slightly weird shapes. So we're going to go like this, we're going to go like that. I'm going to come across there. And hopefully you're going to latch for me. You are not, because you're a big old nerd. Go. Right. Delete that. Delete that. Let's chuck some forest in. We can neaten this up in a minute. I just want to make the Rex like happy on a basic level, essentially, before it breaks out and kills anybody. There we go. Okay, very cool. That is a Chaos Effect T.rex. Now, I'm sure we can come up with an in-universe... Exactly. An in-universe reason why we would breed an immensely multicolored Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'm not sure what that reason is, but I'm sure we can think of one. I like the idea that it's poisonous. Maybe, right. I know it doesn't make sense. Technically, for a Rex to be poisonous. Why would a Rex want to be poisonous? Let me think. I'm just going to try out all these patterns. I don't know which of these actually works, so we're just going to test them all out. So my theory on this, work with me here, is that... So we know that, you know, Jurassic World is moving in this direction of, you know, everyone's breeding dinosaurs and maybe dinosaurs are going to be used for combat and stuff like that. I think they're actually moving away from that now, but that's definitely a thing in the past, right? Maybe other rival companies to InGen, or whatever we're going to name our company, InGen, have developed a... I really want to get the monorail in that gap. That would make me so happy. Oh, there. Can I... Come on, be cool. Oh, that would be so nice. You massive nerd. I think we'll just stick it here, and it's just like a thing you kind of see at the start, but you're not allowed to touch. Anyways, so rival companies have started using sauropods for transport and for like war supplies and all this kind of malarkey. I actually don't like the war angle at all, but it kind of makes sense here. And a Rex alone typically isn't going to go take down like a Brachiosaurus, you know, something like that. But a Rex with a poison delivery, well, I guess a venom delivery system in this case, would possibly be able to take down a Brachiosaurus. I can't really think of another reason why a Rex would need to be brightly coloured. We could just say it's for, you know, for display, essentially. But does that really line up with why we would have it in the park? I don't know. Maybe. Okay, no, better than the dinosaur murderer angle, because that's not really my favourite angle, even if we are an InGen-based park. Maybe. One sec. Maybe. Maybe. No. That should work in... Oh, you've not joined in. Whoopsie daisy. Maybe what actually happened is we decided, right, we're trying to essentially build dinosaurs for research purposes, build dinosaurs for testing, and also build dinosaurs to be released into our main parks, of course, into Jurassic World itself. So maybe the idea is these brightly coloured dinosaurs. We heard at the start of Jurassic. That looks bizarre, doesn't it? My double monorail. I'm gonna have to move that. I cannot hack that at all. That's awful. I think if I just tilt it, it won't be a... I want to move it. I really want it in there, but the game hates me. After playing it for 400 hours, it still doesn't like me. Oh, we have a storm warning. It's just there's no point having it too far away from the entrance. I think I'm going to put it there, and we'll blend it in a little bit. Trees. Oh, there we go. Some lovely adverse weather conditions, apparently. I'm definitely feeling adverse to them. Haha. Anyways, let's have a look. Maybe not the right time, but we're going to take a peek anyway. Oh, the other Rex is in the way. Of course it is. Budge. Shoo. You are very cool. Oh, right, okay. Well, you look the same, right? Looks like it. Do-do-do-do. One of my favourite things to do when you're trying to make something look more technical, just get some pylons. That's all you need. A couple of pylons. Put them down the middle. Try to space them evenly apart. And you just get this very, I don't know, like technical, obviously electrical heavy, engine-y kind of look, you know? And then maybe you can put a few of them scattered around. We're going to put in a substation. Just anything that has the right kind of feel, you know, that kind of high science feeling to it. That's what we're looking for. Anything that feels corporate as well, you know? We're kind of looking for like a slightly post-apocalyptic scenario kind of feel for some reason. I'd like a storm defense station in here. Not because I think they're any good. I think they're useless. But it is a good idea. I mean, look at the size of that. It doesn't hit anything. What's the point? Oh god, I still don't like how this monorail is. But we can make it look a little bit better. What we'll do is, just like with the Rex, we'll kind of like block it off, essentially. You know. This is very much no bueno. You're not coming down here if you are a guest of the park. I don't know where to end it, that's the only issue. I don't want to... maybe we can just block off the whole thing, actually. And we can build behind that later on. We can do whatever we like. The world is an open book. Boo. Don't go down there. You're not allowed down there. There's no reason for you to go down there. Right. Are these all the same? It does look like it, unfortunately, doesn't it? So I think we'll end up just keeping the two... Oh, no, you're blue. Oh, you're different. Okay, so this one's like dark on top, but then blue underneath. This one's dark on top, then pink underneath. That's dark on top, blue underneath, but brighter. How are you different from the default, is my question. That looks the same as the default. Alright? I think the snout might be a bit more red. We do have one more to test. And then we'll pick, like, the two best ones, and they can live together. Now, this is not an acceptable enclosure for a Tyrannosaurus. Oh, they need food. let's focus on that first, shall we? We'll give them a goat feeder, of course. Got to entertain the punters, and it's a nice way to test their speed and hunting prowess and all that kind of jazz. We've already got a gate in, so that's pretty handy. I do want the exhibits to look moderately interesting. It doesn't have to be over the top, just again because it is meant to be a research facility. There would be control in there, but it's a research facility / park, you know. It's got to appeal to both sides. Might actually make it a bit bigger. Oh, no, 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 no. God, I wish there was an undo key on this game. Come on. I love this texture pack, I really do. I think it looks amazing. Not the Rex. I mean, the Rex is cool. It's Chaos Effect brought to life. That's very cool. But I just mean the terrain. I love it. So we're going to use that a little bit. We're going to try to make this look a little cooler. Let's get some sand in here because this sand is awesome. IMO. There we go. And then there. We're going to go a little bit bigger and just try to fade it in the area a little bit. We dot some around there. Dot some around there. Bring in some dirt. Kind of want it there, but you don't want it to be quite so bright, you know? The dirt is actually really cool. It's like a forest floor texture, as you can see. So obviously we want to use that around the base of the woodland. The problem is the trees themselves bring in their own texture, but that looks pretty great. We need some rocks. We need some rock texture. So where would I have rock texture? Maybe underneath the buildings? Okay. Again, I just want everything to be moderately subtle. A little bit under there, under the mountains. Okie dokie. What kind of tree do we want? Do we want redwoods? Redwoods are the best. I think we can safely say that. So I think we should roll with the redwoods. Nothing wrong with having some default trees in there as well. We definitely will do. I think you need them. I think using both together kind of gives you the best combo, you know? Very cool. Very cool. Sorry. Get some rotating on. A little gaggle of them there. The exhibit's definitely a bit smaller than I would have liked. We might extend it. I'm going to bring some trees in there. Because I think on their own, the redwoods, they're not quite thick enough to look realistic. So if you kind of put some trees... I mean, it's okay if there's one or two standing on their own like that. Not like that, though, because that looks stupid. But if you want them to look a bit more realistic, I think you tend to want to dot some trees around underneath them, you know? On the plus side, like, I know the exhibit is small. It definitely feels it. But that does mean we have more room for more dinosaurs. So, let's see what this final Rex looks like then. 2001 Pattern A. Yeah, there's not a huge difference, really. I think the blue is slightly different colour. I quite like this one, actually. One thing I really like as well is that bright blue eye. That's very cool. It's pretty cool in general, you know. That's an awesome looking Rex right there. How you doing, buddy? Just gonna take some photos for my thumbnail if you don't mind. Thank you. A little bit too far away. Let's get a little closer. Beautiful. Cheers, pal. It's a really, really well made skin. Maybe you don't like how it looks on the Rex because it is very much over the top, but it is based on something that was also over the top. So now, here at InGen, we're hard workers when we're not hardly working. We need to upgrade our ACU. We've applied some reload speed upgrades, some accuracy upgrades, and some scheduling upgrades. We've been testing these new dinosaurs out on the punters to see what they would prefer for the main park, and we're going to have to pick our two favourites. I quite like that dark brown one. I like the bright colour one as well. I think you'd want to try that. I don't like this one. I don't like both of these two. These two are definitely gone. And then I think we're deciding between these three. That one's too similar to that one, I think, is the main problem. But I think I prefer this. This is actually... That's the default one. And the only difference between the two that I can see is that this one's a bit more blue in the colouring and that one's a bit more purple. But I think I prefer the blue. And then we've got like the more subtle version over there. This is the one for kids. That's the one for adults. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that one as well. Setting additional tasks. Manly man voice. It's been a while since we did manly man voice. Long overdue. Just gonna block this. Oh, I'm gonna have to leave that fence. It's gonna break my heart if I don't. I just want it to feel like you're not allowed here, you know? At least a little bit. Maybe like a little... So you can walk down here if you want to risk it, but if you do, you will be subject to a check from our security personnel who live in this little bunker right here. There's the limit to what we can do in Jurassic World Evolution, alright? I'm trying. Yeah. Security guy lives in there. He's like, yo, you don't live here, bro. Oh, you don't work here. Get out. Blah, 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 blah. Etc. Etc. Right, Rexes, you are going to be sold for the amusement of other parks, or maybe for food or something. I did have that theory before the game even released. You know, what do you do with the dinosaurs you get rid of? Do you sell them to hamburger companies? Is that the direction the franchise is moving in? Thankfully, I don't think so, but it is worth mentioning that even if that is not the direction the franchise is moving in reality, if, you know, we lived in a world where people were creating all these dinosaurs, people would eat the dinosaurs. It's just that people eat everything if they get the opportunity, right? Of course people are going to eat dinosaurs. I'm not saying I approve, I'm just saying it would happen. Can I do that without it looking stupid? No.
Asset being transported.
Oh, you're the last one, buddy. Come on. Now, these dinosaurs are going to need names, ladies and gentlemen. I will once again, for what feels like the first time in months, create a Qt file. The idea is hopefully I don't download any mods that basically overdo the mods we're working with for this series. But what I'll do is I'll keep 3 copies of Evolution, one for the modded series, one for mod spotlights, and one for like the default version of the game, which of course I want to keep as a backup and what everyone should do as well. I really like this one actually. Now, this section is a little bit on the better side. We're going to replace some of this fence with concrete. You're allowed to see the dinosaurs, but only in especially designated zones. Other than that, I think it makes more sense to have the fence be concrete. It is, after all, a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And I like the idea of using the this service road. We're going to keep that going like across the entire park. There's always going to be like a little back road to each of the enclosures. Now, no. We're not quite done with the deco. We're getting there. We need a rock, obviously. The rocks have been changed as well. They blend in now a little bit better with the new rock texture. I still want shale. The shale texture in this mod is really nice. Go check out yesterday's video if you haven't seen it already. I still want shale on every map. That's my one remaining problem, is the lack of shale on every map. But it is, in the grand scheme of things, a very small issue. Maybe a couple singular redwoods. I really like this area over here, this big forest floor sort of texture that we've got going on. So I think have some redwoods, big chunky redwoods up there standing above that. All the leaves are falling down, falling leaves, little reference there. And yeah. We're going to make this into more of a viewing area. Like, you're allowed to see the dinosaur, but you have to use the properly designated viewing zone. Everything has to feel controlled. It's a park, you can come and enjoy yourself, but you're going to do it on my time, essentially. Actually, what we might do... Come on. If we get some concrete, I'm going to drag that down to there. And we're going to make the path fit in that little gap there. I still want to be able to have some fun design-wise, you know, do some cool stuff, so we'll have to come up with some. But, yeah. You going to fit in there? Boo. Okay. It's a pretty cool start. This needs changing. I don't like the monorail station, particularly. And we need more pylons. Everything needs to be pylons. I want nothing but pylons in this park. Now that is a small issue for me. You going to fit in there? No, you're a big old nerd. Okay, we're going to go over there. Then we're going to come across. We're going to go down there. It might seem like a lot of pylons, and it is, but that's okay. It's part of the theming. I want this to be straight. Right down there, baby. Right down there. Lovely stuff. You can still kind of pretend there's no pylons over here, you know. How you doing, buddy? Oh no. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Tell you what then, I think I'm moderately happy. It needs maybe some trees, some more fence around here. Again, this area here is not for public consumption. And even if technically the guests are wandering down there, with no hesitation, we can at least pretend that they shouldn't be allowed to do that. Like these little indents around the pylons. As long as you do something consistently, you can pretend it's on purpose. Oh, what the hell has happened to my building? When did that happen? I don't care as much over here because this is, as I say, it's more for the lesser paid workers and such. We live in a capitalist hellhole, what can I say, folks? I don't approve, but it's true. So they get a little bit of fence, and then they just have to kind of freewheel it down there. That kind of like signifies. Let's get someone over to fix this, shall we? Although I think to do that, what we will have to do is maybe add some gates over here. I don't know if they can get through. No, they can't. Is that because of like a gate or because of the buildings? I'm going to put a gate here. And not there. Okay. I have a little gap. A little baby gap. Like so. There we go. Are we on the move? I hear someone. I hear someone. Where's my... Ah, that's my ranger team. Okay, we need to... Should have done over there. We'll have to move that. Let's colour them a little bit. What do we want? Orange. Orange is the theme of the park for reasons of science. And away they go. Off on their jollies. Right then. Yeah, good start. Happy, 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 happy. I'd like to do some more over-the-top design stuff. I don't know what that would look like at this point in time, but I'd like to, you know, push the boat out, maybe come up with something original, like we did like the mall in the past and stuff like that. I think that'd be pretty cool to do something... Not a mall, but if we can come up with something InGen-esque appropriate for our dinosaurs, that would be awesome. Let's spend a little time with them. Hey, that looks so good. It really does. It's beautiful. I think I'm starting to prefer life without depth of field on my thumbnails. Where's the other one? What are you up to? That roar is beautiful. Now I'd love you to roar because you're in like a really good position with the lighting. So if you could roar for me, that'd be amazing. Good opportunity to check the skins out nice and up close. It's like a little mod spotlight. Look at it, even the details on the foot, the green down there. This sort of... It's like a border of sort of this brown colour down the middle, and then inside this kind of this like lightning strike sort of pattern. I don't know if I'm a depth of field guy anymore. As hard as that might be to believe. No, you're all shocked right now. Perfect, perfect. Thank you. Stay right there. Stay right there. It's a bit low down. There we go, there we go, there we go. I tend to like to grab a few shots in the exact same... I'm just showing you how I do my stuff, really. I'd like to grab a few shots in the exact same position with multiple settings on, and then when I take it into Photoshop, I can edit it as need be, essentially. You two get along, okay? I won't have any fighting in my park. Dinosaur combat's on, right? So they shouldn't be starving to death, in theory. Yeah. Yeah. Although neither of them seems to have eaten at all. And there doesn't seem to be any goats. Can anyone see a goat? What's going on? Where's the goat? To quote a certain film. Seriously, where are the goats? What is going on here? Dinosaur combat is on. Right? Yeah. Dispense goat. Let's just see what happens. Okay, well there's a goat. He's not loving life, but there is a goat. I know, game! I've played the game so many times. Hello, buddy. What are you up to? Oh, he's sniffing him out. He's sniffing him out. I'm gonna watch from here, like a guest. Wow, Joe, check out this dinosaur! Oh. Lovely stuff. Let's dispense another one for our overrex, just in case. Okay, right. I think we are going to end it there. If you have any suggestions, thoughts, or feelings for this park, feel free to let me know. We're going to keep expanding. We're going to maybe do slightly bigger exhibits. I might expand this one, so it's probably a little bit on the small side. Definitely needs a little bit more work, but I like the idea. I like the theme. It's something similar we've done before, but we've got new tools now. We've got new terrain. We've got new dinosaurs, of course, so there's a lot more we can do. Hopefully. I'll see you lovely folks next time. Please do hit the like button if you're excited about a brand new Jurassic World Evolution Park build. Cheers much love as always. Bye-bye. Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to help support me a little bit more, you can do so at patreon.com/bestinslot. There's a link in the description down below. Every little really does help in times like these, but it's not at all expected, and by just watching the video you've already helped me out massively, and it makes you a pretty cool person, so well done you. Thanks for joining me either way, I'll see you next time.